Every 4 years, a World Cup captain lifts that golden trophy in front of billions. But here's the strange part. They don't actually keep it. The moment the cameras move on, the real trophy goes straight back to FIFA. What the winners take home is only a replica. And that's just the first strange thing about the most fought-over prize in sport. This little gold statue has been hidden from an army, stolen by thieves, found by a dog, and secretly copied. And one version vanished for good and has never been seen since. So do the winners ever really own the World Cup? And how did a trophy end up with a life this strange? Quick thing first, there have been 2 World Cup trophies. The original was the Jules Rimet, gold-plated silver on a base of blue stone. And during World War II, it was sitting in a bank vault in Rome, right in the path of an army that looted gold wherever it went. So an Italian football official named Ottorino Barassi took it out of the vault and hid it in a shoebox under his bed for the rest of the war. It worked. The World Cup survived under a bed. That time, someone hid it to save it. 20 years later, someone hid it for money. March 1966. England is about to host the World Cup, so they put the trophy on display at a stamp exhibition in Westminster. Around it sat roughly £3 million in rare stamps. The thief ignored every single one. He took only the trophy. Then the head of the Football Association, Joe Mears, got a package. Inside, the trophy's removable lining, proof, and a ransom note demanding thousands of pounds. The caller gave the name Jackson. Mears went to the police. They packed a suitcase with fake money and set a trap. Jackson turned out to be a small-time crook called Edward Betchley, but at the meeting, he panicked and ran. And the trophy was still missing. A week later, a man named David Corbett took his dog for a walk in South London. His little collie, Pickles, started sniffing a newspaper parcel jammed under a hedge. Inside was the World Cup. A dog had solved what Scotland Yard couldn't. But here's the part most people don't know. The theft terrified the FA so badly that they secretly made a copy, a replica, in case it ever happened again. FIFA had refused them permission, so the fake had to vanish too, and it spent years hidden under its maker's bed. Another World Cup, another bed. Decades later, in 1997, that replica turned up at auction and sold for over £250,000 because bidders suspected it might actually be the original. FIFA bought it, tested it, and confirmed it was the copy, which left exactly the kind of doubt football myths are made of. After all that panic, how sure was everyone the right trophy ended up on the podium? But the original's wildest disappearance was still to come, and it started with a reward. There was an old rule from Jules Rimet himself. The first country to win 3 World Cups keeps the trophy forever. In 1970, Brazil won their 3rd. So the shoebox survivor, the one the dog found, was given away. For good. Which meant FIFA had no trophy. They held a contest, 53 designs from 7 countries. The winner came from Italian sculptor Silvio Gazzaniga, 2 figures holding up the earth. This is the one you see today, real 18-karat gold, but hollow, because solid it would be too heavy to lift. And FIFA had learned its lesson the hard way. Never give the real trophy away again. So they made a rule. No matter how many times you win, you can never keep it. You lift it for the cameras, then hand it straight back. What you take home is only a gold-plated replica. So even the winners don't really own the World Cup. But the original, the real Jules Rimet, had one disappearance left. December 1983. The original is back on display, now in Brazil, in a cabinet with a bulletproof glass front. The thieves didn't bother with the glass. They tied up the night watchman and simply pried off the cabinet's ordinary wooden back. The trophy that survived a world war was gone again. The popular story is that it was melted into gold bars. But here's the catch. It wasn't solid gold. It was gold-plated silver. You can't make gold bars out of that. The accused dealer denied melting it. The gold traces in his workshop didn't match. And no one ever proved it was destroyed. It has simply never been found. Brazil got a replica. The original is either in a private safe somewhere, or gone forever. 40 years later, it's still missing. So when a captain lifts the World Cup this summer, in front of billions, he's holding gold he has to give back. A design built because the last one was won outright. And look closely at the base. There's only room to engrave champions up to around 2038. After that, even this trophy runs out of space and has to be replaced. Hidden from armies, found by a dog, secretly copied, given away, stolen for good. And the current one already has an expiry date. Because the more important the trophy became, the harder it got to treat it like a normal object. Maybe that's the secret of the World Cup. The trophy was never the thing that lasts. The story is.